World population will rise rapidly, an expected 9 billion people by 2025. 70% of them live in cities. More food must be produced during the next 4-5 years to fulfill the demand. Melting ice and CO2 emissions growing more. And there are floods and extreme weather conditions, all just one finite planet. It's clear to facing major challenges, and challenges on this scale will not solved by one organization. As a result, there is a discussions about the sustainable initiative. Hi everyone, this is Janaka from subgroup 14 to present the sustainable trading. The definitions of sustainability: to achieve, we must balance economic, environmental, and social factors in equal harmony. Many companies are focused on reducing their carbon footprints, packing waste, water usage, or other damages to the environment. The sustainable business should have the support and approval of the employee, stakeholders, and the community it's operating. To be sustainable business must be profitable. Activities that fit under the economic pillar including the compliance, proper governance, and the risk management. So let's start a comparative study on this. I invite my colleague to elaborate on theoretical background and continue the presentations.
Thank you, Janaka. Let's move into the theoretical background of the sustainability framework. Our first framework is triple bottom line model. The three pillars of profit, people, and planet are all necessary for success. According to the three pillar model, there are three elements that must be present for sustainable development. They are environmental, economic, and social resources. When all three pillars function in correct, sustainable development is possible. Next one is the PIM model. As a set of interlinked components of human-made capital, social capital, human capital, and natural capital. Four-pillar models include the basic three-pillar model but separating social capital into the social capital and cultural capital. Nested circle sustainability is our third framework, displays the interaction between the various dimensions as two concentric oval, one oval completely enclosing to the other. The system is only deemed to be in state of well-being when each particular subsystem is a state of well-being. Our fourth one is two-tiered sustainability equilibrium model of sustainable development. It is suggested that for the true sustainable development, their concentric circle fully share their interdependencies and linkages in the first phase of two-tiered sustainability equilibrium model. By representing the FTSE as a perfect cylinder in second stage, the time dimension is included. If too much focus is placed on the present or future, the cylinder will appear more likely a cone. The third phase entails recognize that sustainability is a dynamic process and forming a toast or donut with the necessary temporal dimension. This represents the notion that decisions of sustainable development in this illustrates the idea that decisions about sustainable development. Finally, Atkinson's pyramid model. In order to enable group of people move quickly across the sustainability learning curve from fundamental principles and frameworks through system analysis and the creative action plans, a model was created. What is UN Sustainable Development Goals? The Sustainable Development Goals, sometimes referred to as global goals, were enacted by the United Nations in 2015 as a global call to action to eradicate poverty, safeguard the environment, and guarantee that by the year 2030, peace and prosperity will be experienced by everyone. The 17 SDGs understand that development must balance social, economic, and environmental sustainability, that action in one area will impact on results in another. Countries have agreed to give those who are falling behind the most priority while making progress. The SDGs aim to eradicate AIDS, hunger, poverty, and prejudice against women and girls. My colleague will continue rest of the presentation.
Sustainable trade occurs when the commercial exchange of goods and services generates social, economic, and environmental benefits in accordance with the fundamental principles of sustainable development. So those are creation of economic values, reduction of poverty and inequality, preservation and rescue of environmental resources. So actually, what is corporate sustainability? Corporate sustainability is being looked into the dealing with economic, social, and environmental concerns in a holistic manner to ensure the sustenance of organization and their contribution towards to the sustainable development of the economy. So moving on to next slide. Corporate sustainability can be viewed as new and evolving corporate management paradigm, and corporate sustainability is the alternative to the traditional growth and profit maximization model. While corporate sustainability recognizes the corporate growth and profitability are important, it is requires to corporate pursue social goals, specifically those relating to sustainable development, environmental protection, and social justice and equity, and economic development. So a review of literature suggests that the concept of corporate sustainability involves elements of from four more established concepts such as sustainable development, corporate social responsibility, stakeholder theory, and corporate accountability theory. The contribution of these four concepts is illustrated of this figure in this slide. So moving on with the content of theories of corporate sustainability, they have a multi-dimensional model to be discussed. So moving on to next slide. First model, multi-dimensional comprehensive corporate sustainability disclosure model, developed in 2018, discussed the triple bottom line concept in detail aspects with all economic, environmental, social, and the governance and finance as a new illustration for the triple bottom line model. And moving on to the next slide, in multi-dimensional models for corporate sustainability management introduced in National Association of Environmental Management AGM of 2016, the model identifies the business drivers and corporate sustainability aspects for the corporate sustainability management. And in the triple bottom line model for sustainable prosperity, which was introduced in 2013 instead of three pillars, the triple bottom line model here is discussed about four pillars, which are corporate sustainability, people aspects, and planet, and profit, and process. So let's move on to the next section of the presentation.
Now let us take a look at our case study, which is Dilma. When talking about sustainability, Dilma is a major brand that focuses on it. The triple bottom line of Dilma has excelled through its exemplary social, environmental, and financial ecosystems. Sustainability is in the heart of the brand, and dedicated SBUs such as Dilma Conservation and MJF Charitable Foundation have been established specifically for sustainability. It has also won Citizen Sustainability Award in 2020 for societal, environmental, and economic contribution. It is also committed to achieving 15 out of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And also, Dilma commits 15% of its profit before tax on environmental and social sustainability, and have invested heavily on community and environment initiatives. Moving on to the impact on the planet, Dilma aspires to be carbon negative by 2030 by meeting the energy demands with 100% renewable energy sources, having pledged to the UNGC Science-Based Target Initiative. It manufactures carbon neutral products and focuses on sustainable packing and procurement. The bags and all inner and outer cartons are recyclable and biodegradable, and all the products of Dilma are ethically produced. When we talk about some of the environmental related projects executed by Dilma, planting 1 million trees in cashew trees in eastern Sri Lanka, empowering indigenous communities by preserving traditions, conservation of Sri Lankan bees and promoting biodiversity, marine conservation and creating marine sanctuaries, conservation of hyperfauna species and generating scientific evidence in Sri Lanka, elephant conservation and focus on scientific research collaboration and environment education, some of the key environment related projects executed by Dilma. When we talk about the people or the employee aspect of Dilma, it provides employees to more than 500 direct employees, and around 41% of the labor participation is of females, which and it is held by majority of females of high managerial roles. That helps maintain the diversity. It also invests over 10 million rupees in training and investment in training, and around 16,000 hours of training hours. There are various fringe benefits and long service awards also offered to the employees. Some of the people-related projects executed by Dilma is a focus on childhood development programs for children under 5 years of age, scholarships offered to young children of low-income backgrounds of plantations, conducting trainings for government servants and health and education, developing entrepreneurs, empowering, creating financially independent women, COVID and elderly support systems, vocational training and therapy for children with disabilities, nutritional support and awareness are some of the key people-related projects that have been executed by Dilma. Now let us take a look at the financial performance of Dilma.
Disputing the continuing pandemic situation, Dilma Ceylon Tea Company has delivered strong profit after tax figure of LKR 1.75 billion in 2021. Given gap represent the revenue and GP for the last 7 years. As for the graph, after 2016 until after 2020, there were increase in trend of total revenue. There is a small drop in year 2021. It was mainly due to pandemic hit on export market. Same increase in trend is there for GP margin as well. When it's come to capital structure, there are strong performance during the period. This table represents the key indicator relating to capital structure. As per this, earning per share rupees 76 per share in 2019, rupees 75 per share in 2020 and rupees 84 in 2021. Share prices indicated as 619 in 2019, 531 in 2020 and 636 in year 2021. Market capitalization was recorded as 12.8 billion in 2019, 11 billion in 2020, and it was increased up to 13.2 billion in 2021.
Now we come to the final parts of our presentation, our viewpoints. Triple bottom line accounting adoption will be a clear and proven guidance for long-term sustainability. It enables interested parties to assist the organization in the aspect of sustainability achievement, thus attract investors. Employees will be motivated in united and holistic approach towards achieving the company goals, leading to enhanced profits and efficiency if the triple bottom line accounting standards is available within the company. It enables companies to ease compliance with mandatory regulations imposed by the governments time to time. We are in the view that companies focus on sustainability must go beyond its boundaries, encompassing the entire supply chain. If not, violations of environmental or societal bottom lines at any stage of the supply chain could tarnish the reputation of the company. Not giving due attention on sustainability aspects is vulnerable and may lead to overall failures as well. It is always wise move that growing companies adopt in sustainability reporting, as any minor violations of societal and environmental norms would place them in a bad place. Finally, companies have unique and fair chance of capturing more markets by following sustainability reporting, as the customers are always willing to take part in such an endeavor. With that note, Group 14 conclude our presentation. Thank you.